let me down. He is always letting me know to record. I'm going to hire him as part of our audio department, baby. What do you think? So,
Lord knows we need it.
yeah, Dustin Hensley is the man. So, all right. I think we're getting everybody on here. I appreciate everybody hopping on the call on time. My name is Chris Cook. It's 10:33 a.m. Eastern. I am direct to Symmetry Financial. I've even got my lovely wife, Lauren Cook, here on the call with me today. That's awesome. She's coming to us live from the Cook place. So want to get into leaderboards over this past week. Some of you guys went out there and absolutely killed it again this past week, proving that what we all know is like it's one of the greatest time of the years to run business. We did a neat stat, Lauren. I was doing some calculations here at the office last week. So what we did in the months of April, May, June, July, August, and then I did a stat on what we did in September, October, November. And keep in mind, we've increased just in our group, guys, $69,000 a month in premium just over those 3 months, proving what me and Balzar know about this industry, right, buddy? The greatest time of the year to run is October, November, December. Greatest time of the year to run. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't realize it. Me and the grizzled vet Balzarn, we've been around this thing for a long time and realize it's an awesome time of year to run. If you do the math on that, that's a 37% increase in business over that time period. So ask yourself, would you like a 37% increase in income? If you would, hey, it's a great opportunity for you to go out and make it happen for you and your family. So just a plug for this time of the year and a great time it is to go run. Let's get into app count leaderboards, individuals this past week. Mr. Elijah Carujo coming in with 5 applications. Next on our out count leaderboard, we got Jeffrey Miller at 7 applications. Coming up next, we've got Jordan Gillum at 8 applications. We've got number 2 spot, Mr. DJ Robinson himself, on his way to probably qualifying for Costa Rica in his first 90 days. Not too shabby, my friend. Mr. DJ Robinson, 9 applications. Way to go, DJ Robinson. And only one number 1, Miss Laura Davis. She's a master of writing applications. Way to go, Laura Davis. 12 applications, lady. Proud of you. That's an awesome job. 12 applications. Miss Laura Davis coming in number 1 on our weekly app count. Way to go, Laura Davis. Good stuff, buddy. All right, now representing our top APV people here this past week, we got Edith Williams down in South Carolina, 3,454. Elijah Carujo, 3,646. We got Amy Ostrom. Did a thing with Amy Ostrom the other day. It's pretty awesome. We figured out she was making $82 an hour. Woo! Hey, anybody want a job making $82 an hour? That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Way to go, Amy Ostrom, 3,938 in premium. We got Mr. Scott Emmer, new agent out in California, just killing it. 4,245 in premium. And I promise you, folks, you hadn't seen anything yet with that man. He's going to do some special things here at Symmetry Financial. Getting into our top 5, we got Laura Davis, 5,192. Jordan Gillum, number 4, 5,755. Way to go, Jordan. Balzarn, strong always, 7,632 on our leaderboards, straight from California. We got Jeffrey Miller from Phoenix, Arizona, 9,453. There can only be one number 1. Last 3 weeks, he's finished no worse than number 2. Mr. DJ Robinson, 9,624 in premium from the great state of California, Los Angeles. He's running a ton of bonus leads. A lot of people are like, where's this dude run? He's running a ton of bonus leads in Virginia, a ton of bonus leads in California, and now he's expanded to Tennessee and Nevada as well. So this guy, you're going to see some special numbers coming up this week, I predict, from Mr. DJ Robinson. Proud of you, buddy. We're going to get into the group of the week was actually Tina Freeman's Base Shop, 16,284 in premium. Way to go. Tina Freeman's Base Shop went out and killed it this past week. That lady is building an organization. So way to go, Tina Freeman. Good job there. We've got STP leaderboards. We got Barry Davis, Jared Gillum, Mark Newbauer, Dustin Hensley, Dominic Austin. Way to go, guys. All sharing the plan more than 10 times, which leads us to you can't never met a way to recruit a person without talking to them. So you had to first be on those STPs to get to this other part. Recruits, guys. Hey, this leads us to recruits. Mr. Val Zarn had a brand new recruit. Dominic Austin had a brand new recruit. My man Joe Martinez, Smoking Joe Martinez, got a brand new recruit. Way to go, buddy. Me and Miss Tina, we had 2. And listen to this, folks. Mr. Barry Davis had 5. I think it's a brand new record. I think he had a record last week, and I think he followed it up with another record with 5 more this week. So, man, whatever you're doing, man, good stuff, Barry Davis. Way to go, buddy. 5 brand new recruits this week. That is pretty stud muffinish right there, man. So love it. I love it, man. So good stuff on that end. All right. I think that is all I wanted to cover on those leaderboards. I think my partner in crime is back, and I think she's got some special announcements. Let me see if I got anything on my news and notes. Babe, if not, I'm going to go ahead and let you get going. Tina, wait, I'm going to do Miss Tina first. You had a couple of Tina's tips. I want to come to you. Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to come to you. I know you got a couple of Tina's tips for today. I'm going to let you do that.
Okay. I want to remind everyone for their new agents to definitely be on top of their emails. Getting those contracting links completed is one of the most important things they can do when they're getting started. So I want to remind everyone of that. Also, I want to remind everyone, when you call the office, call the phone number, it's a landline. So don't text it, because then I don't know what you're needing. And then you think that I'm just not responding, but I don't actually see a text. And also, one last thing, if I call you, it is not typically to talk about the weather. It has got to do with your business. So I need you to call me back that same day. Usually it is something of time sensitive that I'm calling you about, and that it needs to be taken care of. So I would appreciate a phone call back within the same day. That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Love it, buddy. No, absolutely. We've got Tina's tips, got that. We got the 12 o'clock. There's a sales training call today hosted by Symmetry Financial. So if you'd like some more sales training, plug into that today at 12 o'clock. We've got that new agent call tomorrow hosted by Mr. Elijah Crujo. We did the, I don't know if you guys saw on GroupMe this past week, but I blasted out to everybody our year-to-date leaderboards, and Mr. Elijah is leading our organization in production by about 60,000 in APV. So he's lapping the field, folks. He's over $252,000 in submitted premium, and I don't know where else you can have a 23-year-old already cash flow 110,000. And really, I think, Elijah, you really only started full time probably maybe March, April, something like that, buddy. And so that's really awesome, man. Proud of you, buddy. And just where else can you go, man? Right? Where else can you go that you can control your income like that? Really good stuff. So got that. So plug into that. If you're a brand new agent, plug into that call tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, where he is hosting that call. I just think you can learn lots of stuff from Mr. Elijah Crujo. All right. Lauren, we got you out there?
I'm here.
You are there. So, guys, this is the expert behind it all, the lady that's way sharper than I ever hoped to be in my life, and certainly one of my whys, and her and my 2 little boys are my whys. So awesome to share Miss Lauren Cook with you guys today, and her wisdom and knowledge, and she's going to have a couple of special announcements for everybody.
Yes, I've got lots to talk about with you guys today. Chris and I know you may or may not know this, but we went to a super secret top meeting over in Asheville, North Carolina, a couple of weeks ago to basically discuss how we can better engage with our agents, how we can get new people on board and working with the team, and some of the issues that we've seen in this new world that we're trying to survive in. So one of the things that we talked about, okay, there's 3 things I'm going to talk to you guys about today. The first thing I'm going to talk about is we have hired a social media company. We have a director of social media now for Cook Financial, and she is going to help me work on our Facebook and Instagram and just our social media presence out there. You're probably friends with some of the agencies. There's like the Pritchett Agency and things like that. They're really good about social media posts, and we want to do that as well. And so we hired somebody to do that this week. You're going to see a lot more posts and things going on. I'm working on the leaderboard post right now, so you guys can share that on your Facebook pages, so that way you can engage your group of people. And it's an easy way for people to be like, what are you doing? What is this? What's going on? And kind of talk about Symmetry and what you're doing in an easy way to recruit, basically. So everybody like our page. It's Cook Financial Group on Facebook. Make sure you're liking it. Make sure you're sharing it. There's going to be a lot of good things coming. And as soon as I finish getting the Instagram set up, which is strangely enough more complicated than Facebook, I will get that out for you guys as well. But that's one of the first things we did, was we hired a social media person to come help us with this. So I'm really excited about some of the things that we've got in store with that. Another way we want to increase engagement with our agents, which is engaging with you and you guys engaging with us. It's a two-way street. So we are going to start doing a daily huddle up accountability call. We'll call it a couple of different things, I'm sure, depending on who's hosting it. But it's a Tuesday through Friday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to be doing this call. We'll still have our main master agency call on Monday, and then we'll have the smaller call Tuesday through Friday. And this is going to be a much different call than the master agency call. This is, we want to be able to talk with you guys and you talk with us. Phone lines are going to be open. We'll have the chat open. It'll be a lot more interactive. And it's just going to be a 20-minute daily call to get your day started off right. It's going to be 10:30 Eastern. And the reason we're doing this is we've got a lot of West Coast people, so we don't want them to have to wake up at 4 a.m. to do this daily accountability call. So East or West Coasters, my goal for you guys is to have your own call eventually, a East Coast and a West Coast call. But for this first month, we want everybody to be on the call together, really grow it. And then hopefully in January, we can separate it out. But for now, it's going to be 10:30 in the morning, Tuesday through Friday. Quick 20-minute call to start your day off. Get with the team. Working from home during this time can be very isolating. It can be very hard to get motivated. It can be very hard to structure your day. This is hopefully going to help with those things. Help us all. Lord knows I need help with it. No comments, Chris. Yeah. So what it's going to be, we're going to do shout outs and leaderboards. So if you've done something great the day before the call, let your upline know. Your upline's going to email me, and I'm going to get this out onto our shout outs and leaderboards. You went out and hired 3 people and got 3 contracts. Let's talk about it. You went out and made your first 200 dials. Let's shout it out there. So this is a chance for everybody to be on names, get shouted out on the call, not just top producers, things like that. So make sure brag about yourself, toot your horn. Let's talk about it. So get that out there to your upline, and they're going to get it to me so I can get it to the host every day. So we'll do that. We'll do a quick 5 minutes on the topic of the day. The topic's going to be different every day. Tomorrow is going to be dials, to give you a quick tip. Elijah's going to be hosting. He's going to kick it off for us. It's going to be about dials. So he's going to talk to you a little bit about dials. Then we're going to have a Q&A. We're going to open up the phone lines. You can ask your questions, talk to Elijah or whoever the host is for that day. And then we're going to end it with our 3 things. And this is the 3 things you want to accomplish for the day, your 3 big things. And it could be anything. We want it business related, obviously. So if you want to make 3 hours of dials, if you want to talk to 10 people on your Project 100 list, if you're new and you're in licensing, you want to get your tests scheduled, different things like that. And we want you to share what your things are. Elijah's going to share what his are. He's going to kind of go more in depth with it tomorrow. But that's what we'll end the call on. And as the week goes on, we'll share who accomplished their 3 big things that day. We want to see them accomplished, not just shout it out. Chris, anything you want to add with the huddle up calls?
Well, just, hey, this is voluntary, folks. So remember, it's not required. Hey, we're looking to increase engagement with you guys, and this is a call designed for you to engage back to us. Give us feedback. Well, we're going to be talking. A call like today is more of, hey, we're giving you information. You're taking notes. This is going to be where we're talking and you're also engaging back to us. And it's for the people that want it. It's for the people that want more engagement, and really to help anybody out there get to where they want to get to in this business. That's what it's designed to do. And that's what the objective is to help you guys win quicker and win more often. That's where our heart is with that right there. And so for the people that want those things, we're just saying, hey, plug in, let us help, because we'd love to help you.
Yes. So it's to, you know, have that team. We miss that team that we used to get when Chris would travel, when we'd get to travel, when we'd get to go out to places like California, open up California. And we miss getting to see everybody. So this will be a way for us to jumpstart each day, and just build that team back is what we're looking for. And if you want to be a part of that, awesome. Glad to have you. Get on with it. If that's just not your thing, you know, that may not be my thing. That may not be your thing. That's okay too. But make sure to offer it to your people though, because it might be your people's thing. So make sure to talk to your team about that. Okay. So to some last thing real quick, to kick off the month of December and to kick off our Huddle Up accountability call, we are going to do a contest. And Chris, don't roll your eyes this time. So the contest is the 12 days of Cookmas. So it starts tomorrow. It is just an APB contest. Super easy. Anybody can win it. If you've got your license, you can win this contest. So what it's going to be is whoever the day before, so today, because it starts tomorrow, kicks off tomorrow. So today is when it actually starts for your APV. So whoever writes the most APV, and it is in opt by midnight, it must be an opt, because otherwise I will not be able to figure out the numbers. So it has to be an opt by midnight. Whoever is the top person wins. And so on the first day of Cookmas, I earned with my APV, we have a bucket of prizes basically. And so I'm writing each prize on the card, and I will choose a card out, and that's what your prize will be. And there's 12 prizes. And should I go over some of the prizes or let it be surprise?
Oh, I'd go over them. I'd let them know.
So we have got some pretty awesome prizes. We have got $50 in restaurant gift cards. We've got $50 in SFG store credit. We have got recruiting hours with Bobby, our excellent, amazing recruiter, Bobby. We have got 3 in there, 5-hour blocks of recruiting time, which this is Chris's favorite. So we've got lead credit. We've got $150 lead credit. We've got $2 $100 lead credit. So 100 and 100, and a $75 lead credit. And then we've also got, I called our rep from Mutual of Omaha, and I said, can I have something for our contest? And he was like, absolutely. So he is sending whoever wins that day this amazing overnight bag. It's like a wheeled overnight Mutual of Omaha bag. It's super nice. I want one. I'm going to ask him for Christmas to send me one, because eventually we'll get to start traveling again. I have faith. And then the last 2 prizes, I shamelessly used our friendship and called Brandon and Casey and asked if they would do a personal call with the winner. So you'll have 1 call from Brandon Ellison, 1 call from Casey Watkins to the winner. You don't know what the prize will be that day. I will draw it out each morning, and then we will post it on our social media. So we've got a really cute little social media thing posted, ready to go for our winner each day. So you can share it and put it on yours when you win. But we're really excited about it. The 12 days of Cookmas. So it will run from tomorrow till the 23rd. So it'll just cover this short time period right before Christmas. And the winner is whoever has the most APV for the day before.
Hey, and it's pretty awesome, because I saw that moose swag. You sent me a pic of that. That is a pretty awesome bag they win there. So
yeah, let me see if
those, those of you that win that, I don't know if she can bring it up, but those of you that win it, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it comes through pretty clear,
Yeah.
clear right there. Hey, pretty awesome bag.
And
And
open
I just want to say this about lead credit. See, a lot of people, so we've got a $75, $100, and $150 prize, I think, in lead credit. What I want you to really realize, when you win lead credit, it's not like winning $150. You could take the $150 lead credit. It's literally like winning $1,000, $1,500. So I want you to know like how important this is, because you can take $150 worth of leads and go out there and make 3 sales. If your average app's 500, that's $1,500. Y'all with me? I mean, not too shabby. And if you're DJ Robinson, you turn it into probably 8 apps. So it's just ridiculous. Y'all with me? So I just want you to know, like, that is quantifiable, just how awesome that is. The calls to Brandon Casey. So for some of you that don't know, you may be brand new and you're like, who's Brandon, who's Casey? They're 2 of the 3 founders of Symmetry Financial. Me and Lauren are direct to Brandon Ellison and Casey Watkins. They've taught countless of people. They have over 40 years combined insurance experience in this business. They've taught all the people that have been a part of Symmetry Financial to get to these top contracts. They're the people that gave them advice, and those people took advice and applied it to their business. So I can't tell you what a 15, 20-minute call from one of them would mean to a lot of people throughout Symmetry Financial. And Lauren worked with them to set up their schedule where they said they'd do it for anybody out there. And you may be brand new and you may not realize how special that is. That's pretty awesome. It's like being in the NBA and Michael Jordan's going to give you a call. And so that's how awesome that call is. And you get to pick Michael Jordan's brain on how you should play in the NBA. And I'm telling you, for those of you that win that, because you don't know what day you'll win what. Cool part is we have a person that writes 5,000 in a day. They're the winner for the day, and they win a $50 gift certificate. You might have somebody that writes $2,000 a day, and they get the Brandon call. You know what I mean? So you just don't know. And the awesome part is you guys have the opportunity to go out there and win all that. And just going to be awesome for you guys. The next 12 days, guys, between here and December 23rd, it's going to be in full effect. So guys, take full advantage of it. Anything else, Lauren?
No. So it starting now.
Boom. It is part of the plan. So looking forward to that.
Facebook page, like our Facebook page.
Yeah. And Lauren, do you need any special thing? Because I'd love to we've got participants all over the board on this thing. And is there anything you need from them to be able to send that out so they can like the page, get that part of their page, and it be blasting out to them?
No, they just have to go search Cook Financial Group and they'll see it and they can like it and then they're on. Super simple.
And in that way, it'll connect to their page. And if they win, even all their warm markets to see what they're doing.
You can share those. I am working on leaderboards right now, so those will be up shortly. So if your name's on it, you can share that today too.
Hey, no better way to attract curiosity in your business than be posting it out there to the people that you know. So a lot of people this time of year are looking for ways to make extra income, extra credit, things like that. So, all right, Lauren, anything else from you before I turn it over to our next quick guest?
I'm done.
All right. I appreciate it. So next thank you, Lauren. So next we got Mr. Elijah Carujo, and he's going to be covering book of the month. I know we've got you talking a lot over the next couple of days, buddy. So they're going to hear from you a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you roll. I know you got about 5 minutes. You're going to give us on book of the month, buddy.
Time me. I'm going to keep it under 5.
I've got you down. You said like a short dinner prayer or something like that.
Yeah, short and sweet, like dinner prayers. I'm gonna keep it for everybody. This is the book of the month. It's called Smarter, Faster, Better. Get it on Amazon. I checked. It's $14. One of my guys, Judd Kohler, says you can get it even cheaper on Thrifty Books, right, Judd? Perfect. So if you even want to get a used copy, do that. But book of the month, I'm going to give you guys three keys that I pulled from it this morning. This book is about the transformative power of productivity. We could all profit from being more productive. And so that's why you should listen to this. So first, I'm going to give you 3. The first tip to being more productive and allowing that to transform your life and your business is stay motivated by letting yourself make choices and reminding yourself of long-term goals. So motivation is synonymous with momentum. You get momentum by reminding yourself what it is you're working towards. And so remind yourself of those long-term goals, because that'll give you the juice to keep going when you hit those mental barriers and things like that. Step 2 is set ambitious goals and break it down into smaller, easily achievable parts. We read a book a while back called Motivation Myth. I have harped on that book a ton because of the practicality of it. But when you set a really big goal, it can be daunting to think, oh, shoot, how am I going to write 10 grand this week? If that's your goal, break it down, because that's an ambitious goal. You can hit it and by making it into smaller, achievable chunks to kind of make progress on that. And that'll give you momentum as well, because you're getting closer to hitting your goal. And that gives you this sense of productivity because you're checking stuff off your list and you're making progress. And so this is not the same as being busy. There's a lot of people who say, oh, I'm just so busy. I'm so busy. But busy and productive are two completely different things. I'm talking about productivity. Busyness is just you're constantly doing something, but you're not necessarily making progress. And so don't think about productivity and busyness as the same. The third and last thing is stay focused on your goals by anticipating potential distractions. Stay focused on your goals by anticipating potential distractions. I work from home. Some things that distract me are chores around the place. I'm planning a wedding right now, so wedding planning is a distraction. I've got a humongous dog behind me he's also a puppy. And so when you work from home, you may have kids, you may have chores and things. I've heard of people going out and cutting the grass on 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. And it's like, dude, you wouldn't be doing that if you were at a job. So don't let normal stuff get in the way of your productivity. So anticipate those distractions. The way I do that is if it's on the calendar, I'm doing it. So I schedule everything. So those are the 3 keys.
I love it, man. No, I love it, buddy. Hey, dude, you did it like in a short dinner prayer. That was 2 minutes and 43 seconds. I love it, man. Hey, and so much good information, so much quantifiable. So all right. So I'm gonna prod your brain since we got about 2 minutes left here. I'm gonna just this is an exercise for everybody at home. I was working with an agent this week, and Elijah, you give me feedback on this, buddy. So, because we talk about busy or productive, right? We talk about smarter, faster, and all that, but we talk about busy or productive, the difference. Well, a lot of people in this business, they can get here and they can fool themselves on what they're actually doing. They're really busy, but they're not very productive. So I'm going to give you some items to productive, and we call them here. Me and Elijah like to call them, my leaders like to call them income producing activities, because obviously you're in this business to produce a result, right? We all get to do it in a wonderful way because we go out and protect families. So here's a challenge to you. Write this down. I think the key to this be y'all to write this down. We did across the board. We did a study, agents across Symmetry Financial, just in our group, everywhere, and we found this to be true, that 35 dials equaled 1 hour of work. Now, some people were a little faster. They'd make 42. Some people were a little slower. They'd make 28. But we found the average agent was making 35 dials in an hour. So if you've been here for 6-7 weeks, take your last 3 weeks, your number of dials that you dialed each week, and divide it by 35. Okay. This will show you where you're at on this realm of things. And then practice this going forward, because it'll be shocking to most of you. The next thing take how many video conference appointments that you ran, and credit yourself for every one that you ran that week, 1 hour of work. We realize that some of them will take you 15 minutes. We also realize some of them will take you 1 hour and 15. But we're just going to give you credit for 1 hour for each, because we promise it'll work out in the math. I think all of our leaders would agree with that right there. Now, keep it this simple. That's productive. Okay? That's productive, doing those 2 things. That's productive. That's something that moves the needle. A lot of people ask me, what moves the needle here? Well, it's dials for appointments, and it's appointments that you actually ran. That's 2 income producing activities. And really the main 2 things, the only 2 things you need to be doing from production standpoint to move the needle each week. Now, do you need to be on a conference call? Sure. You got to sharpen your pencil before you go write the novel, right? So I'm just saying, though, here's my challenge to you. A lot of you came from positions, and I've heard the horror stories, 50, 60 hours a week that you gave your old boss. My challenge to you is if you take just those two quantifiable things that create income here, see where you've been for the last 3 weeks. Write it down and come to a realization that's where you are. And then most agents, and this is going to shock y'all, that I interviewed during this process, they're averaging between 10 and 12 hours a week worth of work. 10 and 12. And it would blow your mind. Most of them are averaging well over $50 an hour of work when they're here. What they're not realizing is if they gave this the same respect as they gave their job, 30, 40, just give it 30 hours a week. Let's just start with 30. Give it 30 hours a week on that challenge. What do you think, Elijah, happens to the people that take that challenge to give this 30 or 40 hours a week based on those two quantifiable needle moving things? What do you think happens?
I would say practically your income per month goes from about 3,000 to 4,000 a month to 8,000 to 10,000 plus.
Pretty easily, right? And here's a neat thing you can do for some of you who've been out in the field. For the last 3 weeks, if you divide that out, take your income that you've made the last 3 weeks, realize how many dials you've made, divide your number of dials into your income, and that's what you're making whether the client answers or not. That's also something that's huge to recognize, right? I know Elijah, he posted something, I think it was last week, Elijah, and I started calculating your number of dials and everything that you'd sent. You were making $75 a dial, whether they answered or they did not answer.
It was just getting stupid, man. It's like,
yeah, that's pretty ridiculous once you figure out that you're doing that. And we're not even saying, hey guys, I don't even know if I was ever as good as Elijah. I wasn't that good. I had to grind it out. I think Elijah is way better than me, but I realized that at least I could make $5, $10, $15 a dial as long as I picked up the phone and made a dial. So, and I promise you, all of you can get there if you're willing to do that, but quantify it with that. That's a challenge. And then over the next 6 weeks, can you move your needle to do 30 or 40 hours a week worth of work? It's a challenge to you. I think if you will, you're going to blow this thing out of the water and you're going to be shocked at what this business will give back to you. Any parting words, Elijah?
The only thing that I would say is make a list of all the activities that you have to do throughout the week, like conference calls, dialing, calling carriers, schedule it all. One of the things I talk to my team a lot about is scheduling your personal time with your family too, because I got a lot of parents on my team. Paul has 2 kids, Amy has a kid, and I think Judd has a kid as well, or Tracy has a fur baby. Schedule time with your kids. If you're homeschooling, if you need a grocery shop, because the reality is if you don't schedule it and you schedule dials and then you forget, oh shoot, my kid has a Zoom class I got to help him log in on. All of that gets in the way of you actually being able to make progress and be productive on those income earning activities. And the reason is not because we're trying to micromanage anybody. We're in a commission-based business. If you don't have appointments on your calendar, you are technically unemployed. And I've heard Casey talk about this all the time. Like each week, unless you have a team, you're pretty much starting over. Now, that can be just as liberating as it is kind of restricting, because if you don't have stuff on your calendar, it just creates this overwhelming stress and pressure. And then your appointments aren't going well. And I mean, it's just a whole bunch of stuff. It starts with scheduling everything and then sticking to that schedule. That's all I would say.
Yeah. Put in that proper activity. That's our challenge to you folks. Those 2 things, quantify it. And if you will, you'll be shocked at where you are per hour and what you can do with this thing. So appreciate you guys. Have a great week. Thank you guys.